What is there to say about the Ambassador that hasn't already been said by every YouTuber on Earth? We've been over how the recent nerf was totally unnecessary. We've been over the complete horseshit that is nerfing the Ambassador without touching the Diamondback at all, even though that's the gun Valve that really ought to be reworking. I think most of it is because we all know damn well that the Ambassador has what I frequently refer to as that guy stigma attached to it. You know who I'm talking about. This guy. This one right here. Basically all I can do is explain what Valve's line of thinking was behind the nerf, and explain how it was really short-sighted. Alright, let's get this shit underway. The Ambassador was the first unlockable weapon introduced in the game for the Spy. It was added to the game all the way back in 2009 during the Sniper vs. Spy update. You know, the one where the Sniper got the Huntsman, and the Razorback, and the Girardi, and all that good stuff. Well, at the same time, the Spy also got the Ambassador, the Deadbringer, and the Cloak and Dagger. It was also the update that gave us the first hats in the TF2 universe. Needless to say, it was a pretty big deal. When it was first added to the game, the Ambassador did mini crits on headshot and not full crits. Basically, it was exactly like how it is now without the critical range limit. It still has the full crits on paper, but fall off on crits is basically glorified mini crits, let's be real. Even if it does 102 in close range, just don't even give me this shit, Valve. Anyway, after about a week, Valve changed the Ambi to do full critical hits on headshot instead of mini crits. Now, this was all fine and good, until you took into account the fact that you could hit headshots without the cooldown. You could walk up to a full health heavy and 3-shot him from point blank as Spy. I mean, you technically still can, but it's much harder with a cooldown, which was added about a month later to compensate for Spies with good aim abusing the mechanics of the weapon. After that, other than fixing a few bugs, the mechanics of the weapon remained unchanged until the Jungle Inferno update. So, what happened? Well, once the gun got settled into its place, it started being picked up by some extremely high-skilled players. Players who could bend me over a table and just pile-drive my anus until it's oozing buttermilk. People like Woolen, Toast, Stabby, Starry Crow took the gun and showed us what it was capable of in the hands of a competent user, and boy, was it pretty frightening. Basically creates a whole new subclass, the Gun Spy. A guy who, instead of trying to be sneaky and stab people, is using his gun to shoot people for guaranteed critical damage and popping a Deadbringer to get out. In the hands of someone who knows what they're doing, it's an absolute nightmare to deal with. I think this is where Valve is coming from with their nerf. It's absolutely blood-boiling to get owned by a gun spy, I get that. But isn't it annoying to get killed by a spy in the first place? I mean, isn't that what the spy does? The Ambassador is a weapon that rewards you for aiming it well, and it's not afraid to punish you if you don't play by its rules. It's a skill-based weapon that places a heavy emphasis on precision. When you use this gun, you aim for a person's head. You click on their head and hit them for a 102 damage critical hit, which in the scheme of TF2 is a huge amount of damage. It's more damage than a direct grenade. But if you don't hit that headshot, you're going to do piddly amounts of damage compared to the stock revolver. This is what makes the Ambi such a difficult gun to use well. You've got to aim for this tiny, teeny moving hitbox with no zoom assistance and just a regular crosshair. Of course, practice makes permanent, but still, it's one of the most difficult things to be able to do in TF2. Alright, so I've rambled on for like 20 years, and I'm really now getting nowhere except even more disappointed. So, I think it's time to wrap this up. Basically, all I can do is ask Valve very politely to revert the Ambassador back to the way it was before the Jungle Inferno update. I mean, come on, Valve, let us have this one. You said you wanted to nerf the range on the Spy, which is all well and good. If that's what your line of thinking is behind it, go for it. You're still letting the Diamondback blow out 102 damage crits across the map for body shots. Come on, man, get it together. How is it fair that at this range, the Ambassador does this on a well-aimed, precise shot, and the Diamondback does this simply because I can see his name and health bar? Nowadays, the Ambassador is a meme weapon. That's all it is. Which is okay, and I'm all in favor of meme weapons, but not when they're demoted to meme status from an actual place of usefulness. I mean, I was never a big user of the Ambassador, so it doesn't really affect me that much, but for people who actually dedicated the time to learn how to use it well, it's a huge deal, and I totally get that. But until the day Valve either nerfs the Diamondback 2, or restores the Ambassador to its original glory, I guess it's just the Ambassador versus the world.